Hello students, standard 6. In chapter number 5, exercise 5.2. Question number 4. What part of revolution have you turned through if you stand facing? Now different situations are given. First is you facing east and turn clockwise, to face north. Now we know that when we draw the direction, it is easy: east, west, north and south. You are facing east and turn clockwise to face north. Means clockwise means you can't go that side, you have to go like this, and that. We have to find a part. So how many right angles there? 3 right angles. And therefore, what is the part? It is 3/4 part. Therefore, I turned through 3/4 part of a revolution. Check the second one. South and turn clockwise. South and turn clockwise to face east. So now, standing facing south, and turn clockwise from south and then again to east. Same thing. Therefore, I turned through 3/4 part of a revolution. Check the C. West and turn clockwise. West and turn clockwise to face east. To face east, west and turn clockwise to face east. So now east, west, north, south, starting from west, turn clockwise to face east. And you can see that 2 right angle means it is half part. Therefore, I turned through 1/2 half part of the revolution. So here you can see that the different part are there and we make the different part of the revolution. Now question number 5. Find the number of right angles turned through by the hour hand to make our hand of a clock when it goes from first is 3 to 6. So now we know that it is easier when we draw a simple diagram. 12, 3, 6, 9. Now from 3 to 6, it is easier that it is a 1/4 of a revolution. So it is a 1 right angle. So here minute hand, hour hand turned through 1 right angle. B is 2 to 8. Now from 2 to 8. So you can see that it is a half a revolution. It means 2 right angles. So here our hand turned through 2 right angles. C, it says 5 to 11. 5 to 11. Twelve, 3, 6, 9, 1, 2, 4, 5, 7, 8, 10, 11. 5 to 11. Same position like that. So here also, here our hand turned through 2 right angles. Now in D, it says 10 to 1. From 10 to 1. 12, 3, 6, 9, 1, 2, 4, 5, 7, 8, 10, 11. Now from 10 to 1, you can see that it is only 1/4 of a revolution. So it is turned through only 1 right angle. Because all are moving clockwise. And we know that clock always move clockwise. The our hand cannot go like other way. If it is other way anti-clockwise, then you can say that it was 3 right angles. But here the our hand will move only clockwise, so it will move only that direction. Therefore, here our hand turn through 1 right angle. Then E, it is 12 to 9. 12 to 9. Twelve, 3, 6, 9. From 12 to 9, Here student can make mistake. You know why? Because they will see that there is a right angle here, one right angle. But clock, the hand of the clock never move anti-clockwise. So it can't move from 12 to 9 like that. It must go like here to here to here to here to here to here. So how many? 3/4 of the revolution. It means it makes 3 right angles. So here, our hand turned through 3 right angles. 3 right angles. So that is very important, that it looks like it is only one right angle here. But clock's hand are not coming this way. It has to go from 12 to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and then to 9. So it had turned through the 3 right angles. And then last shows the 12 to 6. 12 to 6. Twelve, 6, 3, 9. Now we know that 12 and 6 here. So here half a revolution means 2 right angles. So here our hand turned through 2 right angles. 2 right angles. Now the question number 6 and 7 are very simple. You can do yourself. So I leave it for you for the homework. Now in this chapter we learn about the actually 3 angles: right angle, straight angle and complete angle. Now leave the complete angle now, but you know how the right angle look like and how a straight angle look like. Now we have to learn about the different other types of angles, that are the acute angles, obtuse angles and reflex angle. Because sometimes in our daily life, everywhere, you come across with some angles. Some of them are right angles, some of them are straight angles, but not all of them are either right angle or straight angles. Sometimes they are smaller, sometimes they are bigger. How can we check? I hope everybody has seen the carpenter. The carpenter have a device which look like L shape. It is known as carpenter's square, which is shown here. It look like the letter L. Can you see it? Now the carpenters use that square to make perfect angles, right angles, when they make the cupboards or the bed or the tables, because it should have some edges which make exactly a right angle. So by that they will draw the lines so that the perfect right angle can be made. Now, how can we check if the given angles are right angles or not? For that, we can make a right angle tester. We can make our own right angle tester also. How? You can take a piece of paper, and it doesn't matter it is a square or rectangle, doesn't matter. Just fold it somewhere like that. And then again fold them like this. Make the two edges together. Then you can see that here. Can you see it? What did I do? I first fold somewhere, anywhere, doesn't matter it is straight or what. Then I meet that two edges again, and then you can see that here it make a right angle. Can you see it? So now you can use this as a right angle tester. It is known as a right angle tester, or you can say it as a RA tester. Now we can put that edges along with the angle. If it is the same like that, then it is a right angle. Otherwise, it is not a right angle. Look here, maybe I can draw a right angle here. Now, if I put that edge exactly here, then you can see that it exactly fits there. It means it is a right angle. But if I draw like this, and if I try, you can see that it does not fit here. Similarly, if I draw like that, it is bigger than that. It means some angles will be bigger than the right angle, some angles will be smaller than the right angle. So, through the RA tester, you can check that whether they are bigger than or the smaller than the right angles. Now, according to the situation, we can see like when the ladder is leaned against the wall. If we want to climb up, we can't put it straight. We put that ladder like that. Then the ladder makes an angle with the wall also, and it makes an angle with the like this. Look in here, see. This is the ladder, this is the wall, this is your floor. So you can see that it makes an angle with the floor also, it makes an angle with wall also. And you can see that both of them are smaller than the right angles. Now, which type of angles are there? So we come across with three types of angles that are acute angles, obtuse angles, and reflex angles. So now, an angle smaller than a right angle is called acute angle. You have to remember that. If you use that RA tester, and you can see that if I put it here, it is smaller than that one. It is also smaller than the right angle. It is also smaller than the right angle. So when an angle is smaller than a right angle, it is known as acute angle. Then the other one is the obtuse angle. An angle larger than right angle. If the angle is larger than right angle but smaller than a straight angle, means between of them, it is, you can see that it is larger than the right angle, but straight angle is like that, so smaller than the straight angle. So larger than right angle and smaller than straight angle, then it is known as obtuse angle. And the last, an angle which is larger than the straight angles. We know that straight angles is like that, but now it is bigger than the straight angle, bigger than the straight angle, bigger than the straight angle. Then it is known as reflex angle. So today we learn about three types of angles, which are acute angles, obtuse angles and reflex angle. You have to remember, acute angle means smaller than right angle, then obtuse angle means bigger than right angle but smaller than a straight angle between them. And the last one, reflex angle, means larger than the straight angles. So that are known as the reflex angle. So here we are going today's first session, because there are two sessions today. And this is also will be followed by the PDF file. And any confusion, write down in the comment section. Thank you very much.